Portland's apartment market performance has reached new heights over the past couple of years. Today on Apartment Market Dynamics from MPF Research, we're focusing in on that Portland story. How strong is it, and is the record growth really sustainable? I'm Greg Willett. Cameron McIntosh is here as well. Now, Cameron, when we talk about Portland being one of the best markets across the U.S., we're really talking rent growth. So start us on that rent growth story.
Sure, Greg. Annual effective rent growth for new leases in Metro Portland came in at 11.8% as of first quarter. That's the biggest increase seen among the really big metros across the country. We put the top 50 into that big metro category. Expanding to the top 100 markets, Portland's in the number 2 position for rent growth, just behind California's Vallejo, Fairfield, Napa area.
Today's annual rent growth for new leases is at 12.9% in the Class B segment and 11.9% in the Class A properties. The Class C niche, well, those properties, they're struggling through with only 7.4% annual rent growth. Going to the neighborhood level, growth reaches double digits in every single submarket except one. That's the Central Portland area, where rents are climbing at a 5.9% annual pace. The slower rent growth seen in the urban core reflects a comparatively large block of new product moving through initial lease-up. But really, let's not complain about pricing increases that are around the 6% mark.
You really can't. But one more current rent growth number to throw at you, and that's the renewal lease pricing figure. For households who chose to stay in place when their previous leases expired in first quarter, their rents topped the earlier pricing by 8.2%.
Backing up and looking at the bigger picture on this rent growth story, new lease rents have jumped about 41% in Portland since this market cycle began in early 2010. The more recent increases are the biggest recorded during that time frame. Annual growth has been running around 6% or better for 11 quarters now, and that streak includes double-digit annual price increases for the past 4 quarters.
For rent growth like we've seen lately to continue, we're going to need occupancy to stay tight and remain around the current level of 97%. Results have been great in every product segment and every neighborhood.
Part of Portland's apartment success over the past few years has stemmed from a healthy local economy. The job growth rate has slightly surpassed 3% on average over the past few years, and much of the expansion has come in comparatively high-paying job sectors, areas like healthcare and some of the more attractive business and professional services categories. However, the story isn't just healthy economic growth and the housing demand that comes with that. A second key influence on Portland's strong occupancy and big rent growth is simply pretty limited construction activity. Annual completions of 4,265 units as of first quarter equated to annual inventory growth of just 2%. That's a pretty moderate expansion rate, and it's actually the most aggressive pace we've seen so far in this cycle.
The new supply numbers are about to get quite a bit bigger. Ongoing construction has climbed to 8,080 units in total. Of those units, there are 6,700 units scheduled to finish over the next 12 or so months. The hotspots for deliveries are the Central Portland submarket, where building totals 2,969 units. East Portland, there is 1,856 units, and jumping over to the Oregon state line, the Vancouver-Washington submarket is sitting at 824 units.
More product moving through initial lease-up should cool Portland's occupancy rate a little bit as we move forward, and likewise, rent growth probably will prove a little bit less aggressive than it is right now. But today's stats are so sky-high that even a not-quite-so-hot result is pretty fantastic. We're calling for occupancy to hold above 96% and for annual rent growth to come in the range of 7 to 8%.
At that level of success in Portland, the Metro still could rank as the country's best big market performer over the coming year. Oakland looks like the only other real challenger for that top spot. With those continued high expectations for the near term, we'll wrap up our look at the Portland's apartment sector. I'm Cameron McIntosh, he's Greg Willett, and thanks for watching Apartment Market Dynamics from MPF Research.
Want more? Go deeper with MPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, MPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.